We have Taylor, Leslie, Claire, Ira, and Campbell from Dallas Baptist University on the phone.
There is a major crisis in America that some people seem to either agree on or disagree on, and that is the legalization of medical marijuana. There's, depending on different states that you're in, there's some states that have medical marijuana already legalized, and some don't, and there's a disagreement that people just do not have. What is cannabis? Well, marijuana that is used for medical reasons other than recreational, that is what medical marijuana cannabis is. It contains more than 100 cannabinoids that all have a different effect on the body. So depending on what type of pain you have, what type of disease you have, there's a whole cannabinoid that is made just for you. So it doesn't react to the same person, to a person as it does the same to anybody else. And the main two ingredients in marijuana are THC and CBD. And the main chemicals that THC is for the head high. If you are in a lot of pain and you just want to get your brain off of what is actually the feeling, you would use THC. And CBD is more for the actual pain in the body. So if you have any swelling or just major pain from maybe cancer or any disease, you would use more CBD. That would be more for that pain helping. So what is medical marijuana used for? There's multiple different uses for medical marijuana. We have Alzheimer's disease, appetite loss, cancer, Crohn's disease, even eating disorders. We have nausea, pain, wasting syndrome, multiple sclerosis, muscle spasms, glaucoma, PTSD. Medical marijuana can help you with more than just pain. The greatest effect of medical marijuana is actually helping reduce the chronic pain and nausea of chemotherapy. Having a family member who has been going through a major change in his life with cancer has not been able to find any drug that really cures his pain from the chemotherapy that is affecting him. So when he went to medical marijuana and got his medical marijuana card, he was able to get off the opioids that they were giving him that can cause addiction and use medical marijuana to help cure his pain, and he has never been in a better place. So what are the benefits of medical marijuana? You can reduce anxiety, reduce inflammation, and reduce pain. Those are all the main effects of what most people think medical marijuana does. But it also controls nausea and vomiting caused by the cancer. It kills cancer cells and slows tumor growth, which most people don't actually know that the marijuana and the THC and CBD in the marijuana actually can kill and slow that tumor growth. It relaxes tight muscles in patients with MS. As you guys know, MS causes major issues with muscles. It gives you spasms and you can eventually not walk. So it actually loosens up those muscles so that you can be more comfortable in your body and live a normal life. It stimulates appetite and improves weight gain in patients with cancer and AIDS. It also helps cure opioid addiction, which is a huge issue in America today. As more and more patients are saying they're in pain and ill, doctors are just writing prescriptions of opioids to patients, and it's causing way more issues than just curing pain. And then it helps with seizures. The FDA actually approved epidurals, which is made from CBD. So with seizures, there's actually been multiple studies that have shown when kids are having a seizure, they end up having to get rushed to the hospital and things like that. So the parents are giving them CBD, and they're able to no longer have to go to the hospital, and their seizures are actually being cut down to maybe one a day. So with all the benefits, there are multiple states that have legalized cannabis in the medical way. So we have Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, which are always in the news. We have Missouri, New Mexico, Louisiana, Florida, Vermont, Utah, Ohio, Oklahoma. As you can see, even though there are people agreeing and disagreeing with the legalization of medical marijuana, there are states in here that are conservative run and liberal run. it doesn't matter what you believe in, people are jumping more on the bandwagon of, oh, medical marijuana might be able to help us and not have to use opioids all the time to cure diseases and pain. So there's multiple different ways to acquire medical marijuana, but the main way is, one, the first thing you will do is you'll get a written recommendation from a licensed doctor in the state that is currently legal. So to acquire medical marijuana, it has to be legal in that state. You must have a condition that qualifies for the product. So to get that written recommendation, you have to have that condition of pain or illness that will actually allow you to get that card. So then you'll get a medical marijuana card. So that medical marijuana card you will then take to a dispensary where they will check it against your license to make sure that that is truly the person that is buying the marijuana and that you actually have something, an issue that you need the product. So there's different ways of consumption depending on the disease or the pain that you're in. So you can either smoke or inhale through a vaporizer. That effect takes place right away. So when you put that into your body through your lungs, it goes straight to your head and gives you that pain relief instantly. But the only thing with that is that it doesn't last very long. Consuming through food like brownies and lollipops, the effects do take 1 to 2 hours to actually hit your body, but they last much longer than smoking. Sometimes, depending on it's different for every person, but it can take 6 hours for it to wear off, or it can take 4 hours for the person. But most of the time when you're smoking through a vaporizer, it'll take about 1 hour and it'll wear off, and then you have to do it again. You can also apply it to your skin through lotions, oils, and creams. That's mostly for if you have swelling in your skin, body, something that is more towards the outer part of your body, you would put lotions on there. And then also liquid, placing drops under your tongue or mixing it with a drink. If you're not a fan of smoking or consuming, you would use liquid that would hit your body just like consuming in foods. So with all of those benefits and different ways to use it and states legalizing it, there are side effects that do come with using medical marijuana. You have bloodshot eyes, depression, dizziness, fast heartbeat, hallucinations, low blood pressure, lower reaction time, panic hallucinations, problems with coordination. All of those do come with opioids or any other drugs that you would be using for that pain. So everything does have a side effect, but the benefits of medical marijuana are a lot higher than others. So on top of all those other physical benefits, there are financial benefits. In 2015, Colorado collected more than $135 million in taxes and fees due to marijuana. The sales in 2016 grew to $6.7 billion, with expectations to hit over $20 billion in 2021 in the United States. By 2025, marijuana is expected to generate an additional $132 billion in federal taxes. Jobs are created with each and every nursery and dispensary. And investment opportunities are endless. No matter if you're investing in the grow house or in the financial stock market, there's always going to be an investment there to grow in the future. And then $3.6 billion would be saved on the legal level if cannabis was to become legal, between the police and the lawsuits and everything all together. We would save $3.6 billion as a country, as well as making each state could make close to what Colorado made, which is $135 million. So, as you know, there's the disagreement and agreements towards medical marijuana in the United States. As you saw throughout the PowerPoint and this speech, there are many benefits that go towards the use of medical marijuana for patients that are in pain or have illnesses. I hope after today you understand more about what is in medical marijuana and the benefits towards it, and that you can agree and push the legislators to legalize it so that we don't have opioid addiction and people in pain, and they can use a more natural way of doing it. So are there any questions?
Nope. No questions.
Awesome. Okay. Do your critique
Okay.
session.
So yes, so what did Justin do well? What did he do well in his presentation?
It was interesting. he made it interesting, and he kept it interesting. He
He's
kept my interest.
very knowledgeable about his subject.
Yeah, that would be my same thing as knowledgeable of the subject.
So what could he improve on when he's presenting that?
He could probably read less from these slides and summarize them more so than reading them.
But his body motions were very good and took in the audience.
He may want to have said 33 states of legalize it rather than just showing 3 columns of states.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was very, very interesting. Enjoyed it.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Justin.